it's Corey, and today you're gonna learn how to play Rocket Man by Elton John. So this is a wildly popular Elton John song. I'm so excited to put together a tutorial for you guys. However, the strumming pattern and the way that it fits into kind of the groove of the song, it is a little tricky in some parts. So definitely make sure before you get to the play along at the end of this tutorial, make sure to really check out both the chords and the strumming part of this tutorial. It will just really help you to get really solid with those different parts before you put it all together. But if you're someone who benefits from seeing the whole thing put together first, just jump ahead to the play along and you can see that in all the timestamps below. But otherwise, let's just jump into this. So we're gonna start first with a B flat major chord. To make your B flat, you're gonna take your first finger, you're gonna then bar it on strings 1 and 2 on the first fret. You're then going to take your second finger, place it on the third string second fret, and then your third finger is going on the fourth string third fret. Get really comfortable with this B flat because it is the most played chord in the entire song. From here, we also have a C major chord. That's going to be your third finger just placed on the third fret first string. We also have a C minor chord, but this is actually pretty easy to play. You're just going to take your first finger and then bar on the third fret on strings 3, 2, and 1. And there's your C minor. We also have an E flat major chord, and this one's actually quite easier than it looks like initially. You take your first finger, place it on the first string, first fret. Then you're gonna take your second finger and place it on the third string, third fret, and then your third finger is going on the second string, third fret. Now with this E flat major, you're gonna be rotating between your B flat and your E flat a lot. So notice I don't need to take up my first finger. I can just pivot from barring down on those two strings to then just playing on the first string. So watch that one more time. I have my B flat to then E flat. So you make that transition a lot in this song. It's gonna be going the other way. It's gonna be going from B flat to B flat, but it still works the same way. So give a little bit of extra practice time to that transition so you're ready during the play along. We also have an F major chord. That's gonna be your first finger played on the second string first fret. Then your second finger is gonna go on the fourth string second fret. And finally, we have our G minor chord. So that's gonna be your first finger first played on the first fret, first string. Your second finger is then gonna go on the third string, second fret, and your third finger is gonna go on the second string, third fret. And that's the G minor. What is really nice is that you're going to be transitioning from G minor to a C major often in the verses. So notice I don't really need to do much of a transition there. I just have to move my third finger over and lift up my first two. So keep in mind where your fingers are going. There's not a lot of places where you have to do a full lift in this song, because even like for instance going from the B flat to our F chord, notice that my first finger is already pretty much in that position to get to my F. So there's a lot of places where you're really transitioning and things make sense. So take advantage of that, get that practice, and be mindful of how your fingers are transitioning. Try not to totally lift up every single time because you're gonna find that it's gonna take just that little bit extra time to make them transition, and might as well transition smarter, not harder. Now, after you're really solid with the different chords for this song, it's time to look at the strumming patterns. For the first part of the verse, we're just going to be playing on a chord change. So that's going to be She Packed My Bags Last Night, pre-flight, 0 hour, 9 a.m. So when you get to the and I'm gonna be high as a kite by then, you're going to see that there's gonna be bracketed chords. These bracketed chords are just a reminder that you're gonna be just playing on the beat, and typically there's gonna be 2 strums per chord. So you'll have the E flat, then the B flat to the C minor, back to the B flat, back to the F. Now on the F, you're going to be strumming for a little bit longer, and this is a little tip that I'm going to give you, that the transition into the main strumming pattern can be a little bit tricky because you're really not going to get into a groove of it until about the second line of the chorus. So what I really recommend doing is sitting on that F for 4 counts. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next 4 counts transition into your strumming pattern. The main strumming pattern that we're going to be doing for this song, it's going to be, and just demonstrated on that F because that's where I recommend to start the transition into the chorus. It's a down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. Count wise, it's 1, 2, and E and a 4 and. So it's a little bit funky. Slower, it's 1, 2, and E and a 4 and. Just in downs and ups, it's down, 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 up, down, down. So you're going to feel, and what you're going to want to do is on those first 3 downs, only the first 1 and 2 are on actual beats. You're going 1, 2. The next down is on the and of 2. It's a little faster, but it's a little harder to notice if you aren't familiar with counting. So you're going 1, 2, and E and a 4 and. So just really keep that in mind. So that transition with the F would sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go to strumming. 1, 2, and E and a 4 and I think it's gonna be a long, long time. If you try doing just the strumming pattern just when the chorus starts, just trust me, it's gonna be harder. So give yourself that grace to have that transition time. At that point, you're gonna be doing that strumming pattern into the chorus, and then you're gonna stop when you get to the verse 2 again, and you're going to do the same pattern of what we did before. It's just different lyrical material, but the melody is the same and the strumming that we're going to be doing is also the same. And then you're going to end on just the repeat of, and I think it's gonna be a long, long time, which is just transitioning between your E flat and your B flat. And I recommend doing this on a fade out, which means you just get quieter and quieter until you kind of just stop. Or what you could do is just on down strums, you could play one line of E flat, then to B flat. Kind of gives a little bit more finality, but in most recordings, Elton John just plays it until he kind of fades out and stops. Now, there is one time in the chorus where you're going to have to change chords in the middle of your strumming pattern, and that's going to take place over "I'm Not the Man I Think I Am at Home," and then you're going to have to change to a B flat over "No, No, No, I'm a Rocket Man." So basically what you're going to do here is you're going to play on that E flat, the down and down, so beats 1 and 2. Then you're going to be doing the and, E and a 4 and on the B flat. So that's 1, 2, and E and a 4 and. So at this point, the thing you just need to make sure you're doing is you're super solid on the strumming pattern and where the different transitions happen in the song, and then you can give it a play along. If any of that is a little bit too difficult for you, feel free just to play on the beat or play on the chord changes. In fact, I always recommend for people to start off playing just on the chord changes, then move up to playing on the beat, and then starting to do your strumming pattern slowly until you can eventually really get into that groove. The nice thing about this song is, other than that one part of the chorus, you play your strumming pattern once per chord and then you switch chords. So that makes it a little bit easier, but this definitely, I would not say this is an easy song. I would say it's kind of like that medium intermediate range. But let me know what you think down in the comments about how difficult you think it is. But all in all, that's how you play the song. So let's give it a play along. 1, 2, here we go. And she packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space. Oh, such a time the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell, and there's no one there to raise them if you did. And all the science I don't understand, it's just my job 5 days a week. You guys found this tutorial for Rocket Man to be helpful. It's a little bit more involved than some of the other ones, but it either offers a great challenge or also offers some options for people that are kind of over the beginner songs and looking for something a little bit more advanced. But let me know what you think of it down in the comments. But otherwise, if you're looking for the song sheet for this song or any of my other tutorials or play-alongs, I keep all of my song sheets on my Patreon, so you can check them out there. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hey, it's Corey again. I just wanted to take a second and thank my gold tier members from my Patreon. Every month they give their very generous support, and those people are Rosemary Bristol, Glenn Clement, Perry Payne, Yuki, Stefan Ramirez, Nadia Rogers, Bradley Carter, Matthew Newton, Andrew Atbury, and Chad Taylor. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and thank you to all my Patreon members. Bye!